Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to GoDadFarming. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We are going to be raising money between now and the time that Farming Simulator 25 releases in just a couple short weeks. And whatever money we are able to make and take to the bank by the end of this thing, we are going to start our new farm with all the base game equipment on Farming Simulator 25. So our goal is just to make money and to have a little fun along the way. So we've started this game on the map called Small Lands, and I actually quite like this map. I've never really played something this small, but it really is kind of a treat to play this map, honestly. So let's take a look at the PDA. Yes, autosave. Let's take a look at the PDA. You can see the size of this map. It is super small. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 forestry areas and a lot of small little stuff. I thought about taking you on a little map tour before we get started, but honestly, I think we're just going to play and sort of organically find out about this map. I did take a drive around the outskirts and up a couple of these roads. I haven't really checked out all the fields quite yet, but we'll get there. We are gonna cover a lot of ground in the next 10 days before Farming Simulator 25 comes out. So I'm really looking forward to this. Now we do start with a couple fields. We start with field 26. Oh wait, it changed. We start with field 29 and 28, as well as a couple small grasslands here. So the first thing we're going to start with today is we are going to get these grasslands mowed and perhaps even baled. And then we will move on to the wheat fields that we currently own, and we'll try to make enough money to start expanding, maybe by 24, 25, 26, 27, and make as much money as we can. So let's go over the equipment that we have first. We do have this Kubota M6 141. You know, it's not a big tractor, doesn't have a ton of horsepower, but it's going to get the job done for what we need when we start. Along with the tractor, we have a front loader attachment, mostly to grab bales. We have a bale handler attachment. I'm not really quite sure how this handler is going to work. I haven't ever used this handler. In fact, I've never really used a bale grabber like this that sort of opens and closes on the bale. So I hope that's what this is for, and I hope that I'll be using it correctly. And I also hope, keyword hope, that it does work properly the way I want it to. What else do we have? We have a mower, just a small little mower, a Kuhn GMT 3123. Hopefully I'm not boring you with the equipment name. We have a bale trailer. I did buy this separate. This is not what we started with on this map. This bale trailer is quite a bit bigger than what I thought it would be, so I'm actually happy with that. But also, I'm kind of worried because the roads around this town, let me show you here. The roads around this town are quite tight. So as you can see, it's quite tight getting in and out of here. I actually had to go down the road and come in that way, which isn't the actual entrance, but it's sort of like a little makeshift field. I just kind of made it work. Ran right across the field and in through the gate. We also have a baler here. Just a small little baler. Bale wrapper. A trailer. This is our grain trailer. And over here, we have the seeder, the cultivator, the plow. We have a couple spreaders over here. And then, of course, our very, very small top liner harvester. So we're definitely going to make a lot of use out of that. The thing about all this equipment is, while I do want to upgrade it, we will try to upgrade it as best we can, but we also want to make it a point that in the next 10 to 12 days, we make as much money as we can. So upgrading is going to be important because I feel like when you upgrade your equipment, you can also make money faster. We just have to balance that correctly. So this way, on November 12th, when the game releases, we have enough money to start a new farm. That's going to be crucial. Very, very crucial. So that's the introduction here. Not really much else to say. Let's just let's get cracking and let's attach this mower and start getting mowed. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that we can mow this small little area over here as well. So first thing first, mower attached. Let's get to work. Hopefully I can mow all these small little areas and get as much as I possibly can out of all this land. I don't really know if I want this mower on the front or on the back, to be honest. I think I want it on the back. Let's reattach this thing on the back. Is it 100% correct? Probably not, if I had to guess, because I'm pretty sure this is a front end attaching mower. But I think that putting it on the rear is going to definitely work a little bit better for us here today. Let's lower this down. There was when I first logged in, there was a little pig farm here, but I got rid of it. So this way it would better suit our needs. Do the outskirts here. I want to mow too far over because I'm not sure what's ours. I don't want to mow and then not be able to bale. This tree is definitely in my way. I also want to be careful here around our field. Do a headland and then we will mow the center. Now, obviously, we won't be able to harvest that because it's not ready yet. But we are going to mow all these little tiny outlet areas. Try to maximize our return as best we can. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect. Right. So we're going to mow this little area up, and then we'll rejoin you and we'll be back. Okay, so we're back. We had just mowed that entire field. Wasn't perfect. There are a few odds and ends, but we were able to do it. And now I just want to hook up the baler very quickly and just make sure that we're going to be able to bale that even though it's not technically a field. I know some maps you can, some maps you cannot. So we're just going to double check and make sure before we go ahead and do everything, because I'll be quite disappointed if get through all that and we're not able to. So we'll start the baler right here. Turn that on. Like so. And here we go. A couple bales. Very nice. We can bail this part. Funny enough, I do not know what this is set to. I might have to turn my controls on. Just double check. Let's see. We'll turn the help window on. Turn it back off. I don't like having the help window up, but a lot of the times you'll see me. I haven't really seen other people do it that play, but you'll see me turn it on and off pretty much all game long because I'll set controls and then I'll just forget about them. So while we do these bales, I just wanted to touch on a couple things. I made this channel sort of just to kind of share my experiences with Farming Simulator. Hopefully to create a little community. I don't really have a long history playing Farming Simulator. You know, my whole life I've played video games. I've played stuff like Call of Duty, the Dark Souls games, Zelda, all sorts of different video games, but I was never really into games like Farming Simulator. They didn't really catch my eye for the longest time, and at some point, I think last year sometime, I saw Farming Simulator on sale. One of my friends was playing it at the time, and I said, you know, for $15, $16, I'm gonna buy that and I'm gonna check it out. So I did, and I absolutely fell in love. I started off with logging. I put a lot of hours into logging, probably about 200 to 300 hours into the logging stuff alone. I didn't even get into farming. And at that point, I decided, you know what? I really enjoy this game. I like the logging. I like all the aspects of it. It's very relaxing. Let me try to get into farming. So I'm still kind of a little fresh on the farming stuff. There's stuff that I don't quite know what to do or how to do it, but I'm quickly learning, and hopefully you can sort of come along on that journey with me and learn with me. All right, so we're gonna bale the rest of this field, and once again we will return with you and have a little more discussion as we get ready for the next thing that we're gonna do. All right, we had to do a quick little cut there. Part of being a dad while you're trying to stream and game is sometimes you have to turn your stream off from recording and go help a kid get a snack when your wife is a little too busy to do it. So, no big deal here. Didn't miss anything, as you can see. One thing I am going to do once I'm done doing this headland is we're going to turn the time back up to 5x. I didn't realize that I had it at 1, so we're going to turn that back up, at least give ourselves a little bit of a challenge. I mean, we don't want it to be perfect, you know. We don't want it to be perfectly easy. We don't want to have the time too slow, so this way everything's all easily made for us. We want to have a little bit of a challenge making all this money, and if I can make $1 million, I don't see myself making $1 million that quickly, but if we can, I mean, that'd be great. That'd be a great boost to start the first series on Farming Simulator 25. Oh, missed a little streak there. I'm sort of trying to wrap my head around how exactly we can spend money and make money here. So if you have ideas and you're tuning in for these videos, definitely post them in the comments. We will try these. We'll definitely try these ideas that you have out. We'll give them shots and see if they work. See what does work, what doesn't work. You know, what's kind of cancelable in terms of it works, but it's not really making us more money. It's just kind of breaking even. Everything like that. We'll try it out, and you know, we'll really make this something for everybody. Not just me who's playing it, but also you guys, the viewers. Right, so I'm gonna finish up mowing this field right after. I'm gonna turn it to 5x time, and then I'm gonna finish up mowing this field, and we will be right back once again. right. Well, we're just finishing up here. Got about 1, 2, maybe 3 more passes to go. It's going quite well. It's not perfect, as you can see. Missed a couple blades of grass here and there, but about as good as it can get on my end, because sometimes I'm not the most patient person. So I think we'll probably do a third pass here after this one. Yeah, otherwise it's going pretty well. Would like to talk about Farming Simulator 25 a little bit. Releasing on the 12th, so just a week or two away now. I'm pretty excited about it. I know there's a lot of back and forth about if it's going to be good, bad, if it's going to be a big change, small change from 22, whatever the case may be, but I think we're going to be pretty happy with what we see when they update the game and, you know, all the features they're adding, even though, you know, everything's not strictly kept to farming specifically. I think that everybody's going to be pretty happy with the game when it comes out. Loving the addition of the new animals, buffaloes, goats, and, you know, maybe we'll get a few surprises in there too. I'm not really sure. I know they added free range for the cattle, where you can make your own areas to keep the cattle, so that's going to be pretty cool. I personally haven't really gotten into cattle and stuff yet. I haven't gotten into animals too far. I've done some chickens, I've done bees. I don't know that I really consider bees animals, but I've done chickens and stuff. What am I doing here? I'm parking the tractor. I need the tractor so I can get the baler. I did do pigs a little bit, but I didn't really get into it too much. So, I mean, if I do pigs, I mean, I put down some pig enclosures. I fed them once, and then that was it. It was on a save that got corrupted, so I ended up not keeping it going. So that's unfortunate, but lower that. Oh, no, it was already lowered. I definitely like the graphics. I think moving on from the old consoles, PS4 and the old Xbox, I think that was the best possible move they could have made. I think it was really holding back the graphical side, and even though it might not look like a huge jump in graphics to a lot of people when they look at screenshots and even the videos that come out, it really is. I think the biggest benefactor of everything is going to end up being probably the PC guys on the graphics side. We're going to be able to do a lot more with shaders and probably even enhanced reshade options for those that use that. So that's going to be really freaking cool. Other than that, you know, I guess on the graphical side, you could probably include stuff like the new ground deformation. That could probably go on the graphical side, but I mean, I guess that's more physics-wise. But no, I'm really looking forward to it, and I see a lot of people talk about how ground deformation in the crop areas isn't realistic, but you know, I'm not personally a farmer, but being in upstate New York and having been from an area where there are a ton of farms around, there's actually about 5 minutes from me, there's a huge cattle farm, and they have cattle, they have crops, I think mostly corn, but anyway, being from upstate New York and how the land is usually pretty damp around here, they you know, I've seen them harvesting, I've seen them rolling crops and stuff like that, and I can honestly say the ground deformation in FS25 is, from what I've seen in the videos, is very good. I mean, it really does look like what the crops that I drive past every day to take the kids to school and to get back and forth places. It really does look very realistic. So that's just my opinion. Obviously, everybody's going to have different opinions. Obviously, there's real farmers that'll have their opinions, but also I think you have to look at it from the point that even the farmers, they're speaking based off their experience and based off their areas where they farm. So You always have to take everything with a grain of salt, and I, I think we're gonna enjoy it. Um, Also from the aspect that modders could probably do so much more with the increased mapping on all these maps for the ground. I mean, maybe we'll be able to properly dig into the ground with buckets with some sort of terraform mod. That'll be pretty cool. I didn't really find too many uses for terraforming um, with the farming aspect, but at the same time, it's still really cool. Um, It'd be cool to kind of muddy up trails as you're going to and from your your farmland, uh, and then you say you muddy those fields and stuff up, and you need to fill them in. Maybe you could dig into the ground somewhere, grab some dirt, and fill in the ruts on the way to your crop. You know, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but I think it. Oh, I put that right in the middle of our pathway. That's all right. Um, I think it's gonna be really cool. So let's get this all baled up, and then we'll come back. We will grab the forks and get that all prepared, and we get ready for the next video. All right, I went ahead and baled up this large field over here. Um, Took a little longer than what I wanted it to, but we had a couple mishaps. We had one bale that rolled all the way down into that little pond we chucked out earlier, so that's a little unfortunate. Not sure that we'll be able to get that back. We will try in the next video, but I'm just not sure it's going to work because it is down in the water. Went ahead and baled this small field here and up the side of this little barn wall. So everything is now baled up. We just need to attach the wrapper and the forks for the next video, and hopefully we will get everything taken care of, put all these bales on the trailer, get them sold off as quickly as possible, and we might even be able to get one more harvest out of this season before the winter rolls in. Uh, that is going to be it for today's video. Had a really good time with you guys. Got to know about me a little bit in the video. Got to know about the channel a little bit in the video. We're going to learn a lot more as we keep going. If you want to follow along and you're interested in seeing how much money we can make before Farming Simulator 25 drops, definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tune in for the next one. Adios.